Welcome to Astrolight. I have come here to do an intuitive channeling. I am you and you are me. Oh, such a beautiful time, such a divine time right now. So, what I'm doing is the awakened feminine renaissance energy. It is so strong, but I want to combine that with the Leo energy. I'm a Leo. That's something that I just walk through that energy. I'm walking with that energy and also a Libra in my rising. So all I can say is the Leo energy is very, very strong. And it is all about self leadership. It is all about the teacher, the student becoming the teacher. It really is. It really is about the student becoming the teacher, but always being a student on this beautiful journey. Right now, I'm a student of technology. I am a student of technology. So as I sit in this beautiful energy with you, my heart to you heart, I am so honored to be here. Right away, I'm just going to dive right into this beautiful, calling in the answers. So let me just take a moment and breathe and be silent with you and your heart. Let's do 3 good breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, not only does that get me in my alignment, in my flow. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna just start with my glasses. I have all of these beautiful cards around me, and I will get something so I can do some shuffling because I definitely enough space to lay out the spread. So let me begin. I will do a better announcement with this moment in time. I just have been so spontaneous today. It is June 12th, and I woke up. Well, just the moon came in on the 11th, and the moon came in so strong and beautiful, and really feeling it in my body. And if I am you and you are me, we just can just breathe and be still at moments in time. So thank you all that are here. I'm so honored you're here, and I'm on my phone. I was going to use my my desktop, but technology is really having fun with me today. So I'm on my phone, so I can just see the numbers show up. They're asking me if I would like to add things. Yes, I would like to welcome chat. Oh, do I see? Okay, well, chat for me is sideways. So, for all that have come. So what I was saying, oh, I see the 11 popping up. Ooh, honored, 1111, here we are. And if you've been seeing a lot of 1111s, it's divine timing. The God within is speaking loudly. Our souls are awakening to all that's come to be and all that is. So today is all about the Leo energy. If you whether you are a Leo, whether you have Leo, we all have all the signs or horoscopes in our chart. So find out where Leo placement is for you. So I am all about the Leo energy today, and I'm just wanted to go live and just do this moment weekly. And normally I would be on a Monday, but today is a beautiful day. Today is the 12th of June. Beautiful portal, beautiful time. 1, 2, and 3. Body, mind, spirit. So I'm calling in the angels, did some breathing, all the beautiful cards around. And Spirit said, begin with this lovely, I'm going to call in the Guardian of Wisdom. And it's about the feminine energy. And I choose, I am you and you're me. And Frances came. She is the reason why I do tarot cards. I've been watching tarot card reading probably for about 10, 15 years. And I finally got brave, finally got the courage and the confidence and realizing that, yes, what do they say? In the bottom of the deck, facilitator. Someone called me a facilitator years ago, and I had to go look up the word to understand what it meant. Facilitator. Always look at the bring forth spiritual enhancement and love to those around you. Yes, that is my soul's purpose. This is why I come here, to be a facilitator, spiritual facilitator. And that is my fun. This is the fun. I am you and you're me, and it's all about fun. It's all about magic. So here we are. So I'm going to go I'm going to do one shuffle. I have been doing a lot of shuffling all the cards because I knew this was going to be a really busy week, revving up for all that is and all that will come to be. I will pick all the cards and I'm just going to lay them out and I'll do an intuitive reading as I go along. I channel. If I hear the messages from the ancestors and the angels and the loved ones and the aliens, I will definitely give you the message. Thank you. Thank you for all that are here. I see you're beautiful. Oh, I see Lucas. Okay, I said one shuffle and I'm getting happy with the shuffling. Let's just pull the cards and I'll go back and review all the cards. Plan to be here for about an hour. And here we are. So for the beautiful feminine Renaissance energy that is awakening upon us, what messages do you have for our hearts? The first card that came, 5. Focus on what you do while letting go of what you cannot control. And my grandfather, Mac, popped in. He used to always say, his lovely saying was, it was a message that was on a plaque. It'll come to me. But yes, focus on what you can control. And release on what you do, you can. And focus on what focus. I was hearing that word a lot. Release, focus, focus, hocus pocus. So yes, beautiful. Thank you, Francis. A Garden of Wisdom. That was that card. Yes. Very ancient. Since 1974, Frances, I met her as I was on my awakening journey. She popped out of here. I met her. She was here for 30 days. I was her caregiver. And when I met her, I was in Vegas. And she said to me, the first thing she said to me as I walked in the door is she said, "You got me?" And I said, "I got you." And man, 30 days of being with her spirit, I received the beautiful gifts of her handing down some of her decks of cards to me. And that was such an honor. So I will share. I'm going to just pick, just all about the feminine Renaissance energy. I'm just going to pick. I will share the cards. I'm doing one card, one shuffle. See what beautiful messages for the Egyptian goddess oracle card. This was the first card deck that I decided to use for the beautiful feminine energy. I was feeling it in 2019 when I became a Akashic. This keeps coming up 5. So 2 5s in a row, 5 and a 5. Righteousness, all that we have been wanting, all that we deserve. I'm just going to put it in my face. All that we've been wanting, all that we deserve, all that we desire, all of the nurturing seeds that have been with us, that would plant it with us, within us, is now the harvest. It's now time. It's now time. It's the time. The winds are changed. The surf, you are riding the right wave. You planned yourselves, you divinely planted yourselves for this moment in time. And the ancestors are saying, this is a divine time. And we've got this. We've got this. I keep wanting to pick another card, but I'm just going to go with one. And then as I go on, I'll revisit back. So what beautiful card messages do you have for our hearts? Okay, the second card deck I pick, I usually use these cards for my Kuan Yin, the goddess of love, the goddess of compassion. Kuan Yin. All of these these card deck also came when I was on my journey in Vegas. I want to say I began that in 2010, left Seattle, Washington after being here for so many years, since the 70s. And I popped into Vegas. There I met all the beautiful goddess angels and sisters. I was so beautiful time. That's also when I was a Reiki master at the time. So I had an opportunity to really tap in, to understand and learn. Oh, it's in one shuffle. I got to remember one shuffle so it doesn't interfere with the talk. Really understand the princes of the harvest, of the autumn harvest, 222, which is a 4. Foundation 4. If you've been seeing a lot of 222s, a lot of double numbers are popping up on license plates on the clock. I was just seeing 222 all day this week, all week. And so and I was just saying it's time to plant the seeds, excuse me, and harvest. It's time to plant the seeds and harvest. It doesn't have to be autumn. These are seeds we planted years ago, centuries ago. These are seeds that we planted, and it's now time to harvest. Yes, yes, now time to harvest. And dance and sing and be joyful. And be more compassionate to your hearts, to yourself. And it is about self-nurturing, and which is bringing me right to this beautiful, let's go right to the tea leaf card. I'm going to go do a pick card for the tea leaf cards. I've been here. I'm going to slow down. I want to slow down my energy. Whew. Feeling a lot of fire. That Leo, it's like do 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 do, moving and grooving. Spirit ancestors, ancient healing secrets. If you have been really wanting to understand how to sit into your body, get yourself in tune to some ancient healing secrets. So the card deck that came up that I will use for the Leo Feminine Renaissance is the tea leaves. It's just sit with your body, sit with your spirit, make yourself a nice cup of tea, and really, really be in tune to what your heart desires, what you've been wanting to have in your heart space. Here we are. I know. Okay. What beautiful messages do you have for our hearts? The ancient mothers, the mothers of God, mothers, the beautiful grandmothers that walk with us daily. Pell, time to get out of a situation. If you've been sitting in a situation that no longer serves your heart any justice, if it doesn't feel fair, if it just sits, and if you wake up in the morning and you're wondering, I wonder if that person's going to call me. I wonder if he cares about me. I wonder if she cares about me. I wonder. Stop. Stop wondering. You set your intentions in your morning for your heart. You get up in the morning and you tap into you. When you wake up in the morning, you start worrying and worrying about other people. It just takes you so much away from your flow. As I've been doing my tarot card readings for others, I noticed that a lot of hearts questions have been coming into play. So I wanted to definitely do this tea leaf reading moment. Time to get out of a situation. Time to get out of a situation. If it no longer serves your heart if it no longer feels good in your heart, it's time to go. It's time to go. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to sit that pill. Sometimes, I'm seeing spilled milk. Don't worry about spilled milk. I'm just hearing that. Don't worry about spilled milk. Just wipe it up and begin again and pour another glass. Begin again. That is the beauty of being, I think, human in these human bodies. We always get an opportunity to begin again. There's always a way to begin again. I think on that one, I'm going to read later. I'll get a little reading from the book. But at this moment, I'm just going to move forward. So let's move. I was going to move forward. This beautiful energy. What's coming is the sacred time, the sacred rebels. I used to call myself a quiet rebel back in the days. I left home at 15. I'm always talking about leaving home at 15. But when I left home at 15, I had to be the rebel. But I did not have to do it alone. I had my ancestors. I had my mothers. I had my mother. Even if at moments in time we were not in the same space in the same city, she still always made sure she connected with my heart, always. And I remember needing to call her when I was one day and I was looking for a job, and she said, go take a moment and go put in an application and go work for a senior citizen. And that was the golden message that she gave me to my heart. That was, I will never forget that day. That was a message that I carried with me, and it gave me an opportunity to take care of myself. And I no longer, what's in the bottom of the deck? Yes, what was this? What does it say? Focus on the light. Number 10, focus on the light. When I received messages from my mother, they're always beautiful messages from my heart. So we also receive messages from our ancestors or godmothers that are in spirit. So when I always pay homage to them and I always call them in. So one of the messages that came as I was opening the door was, be diligent and stay focused to what you desire in your heart. And only you know what you desire. So release the dark wound, let love live. Except number 7. If you've been seeing a lot of 7s, release the dark wound and let love live. 7 sevens, transformation. 777. Release the dark wound and let love live. Okay, so I will put that. I think that just says it right there. I just continue doing a tunitive reading. I'm just going to do like a smorgasbord of my cards. They're always something to do with the feminine Leo energy. Anything that comes as I am doing the cards, I will definitely read. But I'm always wanting to just more do the tunitive and do the reading as more of a confirmation of the book. So this one has a lovely book, so I will do some of that, maybe at the very end. So, okay, where are we at? Okay. So as I was just getting ready to pick the Lame Fairchild, the Sacred Rebel, this one wanted to pop up. Yeah. This is that warrior, that Kunle that came to me. I had Torah come to me as my goddess. That was my goddess that I carried with my spirit. But that also is the same, not same, but the energy flow of Kanyan, Torah, Kanyan. All of that is about the love, the heart, and staying in your power, your sacred power of who you come here to be. And I tell you, I calling in my grandmothers. I have this beautiful grandmother that she pops in all the time. Special, I would say Vegas was that's when I had my first Kundalini experience. That's where I had my first understanding. I think I'm going to go back to what I was saying. My first understanding about the I am you and you are me. So if there's anything that you take away today, even though I'm putting this about the feminine Leo Renaissance energy that is upon us, it kind of popped in on us really strong. I really will say that when I did the I am you and you are me, as I walked down the streets in Vegas and into the red rocks and the mountains in Vegas, I think that was around 2010. I was there for 2 years, and then I came back to the Northwest, where I'm originally been here since the 70s. I made it back to Vegas because I needed that hot heat. So here we are. Oh gosh, I'm gonna just try to do one shuffle, because and before I open up the channels, I shuffle all my cards like 6 times, and then I'm gonna start remembering that. So the card that came up at the bottom, I have the thing about wanting to hear the bottom. If I say, hey, look at the bottom, was This beautiful card. Kame of Kole, the lotus. There's like 11, 111, 11. Been seeing a lot. I just want to show you the bottom of the deck. This is you, you beautiful lotus. This is a feminine energy. Though we've come through murky waters, we've gone through challenges. We have gone through enough challenges that we know how to deal with the challenges. We know we've been through so many different situations, from our hearts, relationships, money, giving life. You know, we've gone through it so the energy of us reaching back and sharing our knowledge, reaching back and sharing what we know. It's just brings in this reaching back and sharing what we know. And what I do know is when I released the darkness and I healed the wounds, then magic happened. When I released the darkness and healed the wounds, there go another 222. This card came up this week as I was doing readings for someone else. So the fact that this card's come up twice, and I will say, get very in tune to what you're wanting. Get very in tune to your present heart space. The seeds that you planted 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, it's time to harvest. It's time to harvest. Get your pineal open. I'm going to do a reading with this one because I'm not as familiar with those beautiful names. Look at these names. I mean, who would ever? I mean, really? Okay. Thank you for and thank you for that beautiful newness, something new for me to discover. Didn't These cards have come to me after 30 years of doing their, watching others do cards, and then meeting Francis. And now it was 2022 is when I opened up the channels to do card readings. So it's so beautiful. Where are we at? Let's get in some animal spirit. Let's get in some animal spirit cards. But I will share a few cards that came earlier today, and then I'm going to shuffle. But the cards that came earlier today that I just want to share, I know I said I'm going to do one. It was diving to new depths, number 2. Diving to new depths. Every day you wake up is the day to begin again. Where you need to be. Golden time. This is exactly where you need to be, is where you're at. But remember this time next year, the steps that you take, the baby steps, the turtle steps, there is no finish line, but you will not recognize yourself this time next year. Gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by navigating, renegotiating, like I'm navigating, I'm putting words there, by renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. Renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. Beautiful. So let me go ahead and do a quick shuffle and see what beautiful animal spirits. And then I have another card I'll pick, another animal card spirit. So this is the Whisper of Ocean. I'll share the Whisper of Ocean. I will say I have to take a quick little pause. Can I do that without shutting down? No. I think I'm just going to step away and let you see the back of my chair. I got to check on her and a little sick. We have a little doggy in the house. I want to make sure she's good. I'll be right back. Moment in time. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I was just checking. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for those who are here and those who return. I am you and you are me. Let's get some beautiful animal spirit energy flowing. I know that when I'm more in tune to my days, when I'm tapping in with Mother Nature. I'm more in tune to my day when I'm tapping into Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, getting out on the land, my feet in the water. Number 17 is the 8. Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open. Know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Oh, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. Get yourself to the water and just be present and be still. And that is where you will receive messages for your heart. We are love. If I did this correctly, I'll make sure I label it, title it. But I went in and titled a live moment, and I said, "Pure love, awaken Renaissance, pure love." And I think I said, "We got this." My brother Tiger's popping in. He's always been my guardian. He popped out in spirit when I was about 25 and he was 34. So we called him Tiger. He was quite the man. He did all that he wanted to do. He did all that he wanted to do. Hmm. Okay, so I'll continue on with this beautifulness. Let's go. I'm gonna do 3 cards of animal spirits. This I just really want to bring in that energy. So I'm so honored if you found yourself here. Thank you, thank you. I am you, you are me. Let's go. It has taken me a moment in time to do these live moments, but now that word consistency. Be diligent. I like that word. I'll be diligent. And I know the energy, well, those that are awakening, the energy is just strong. And ladybug. Oh, they call it lady. I say ladybug and it's ladybird. Accept happiness and good fortune. Yes, I love it that this card came up. When I was a nanny for 7 years, this was my nickname, Ladybug. And then one day we were reading a nursery book and they mentioned ladybird. So I thought that was really cute. I never thought of a ladybug as being a ladybird. So here we go. Happiness is key. If you take anything away from this moment, that is how I became all that is here. And that's about becoming. I will be doing a live moment about becoming, and I decided to make it a 3-part. There's so much that comes when you're 50. I'll be 57 in July the 31st. When you're 57, you can say you've had so much life. And I have to say, there's so much that's come, but I understand when I look back how I've become. This moment in life was very, I have to say, it's been fun, it's been challenging, but I do want others to know what it takes to become so that they can be inspired and motivated to become. That is the mission. So like I say, it's so much, so decided I'll do it in 3 parts and I'll put it on my YouTube so you can always revisit it. Okay, I know that's happening like now because there's so much going on now. I have events that are happening now and Bainbridge. And 6-week sessions that I walk with those who are becoming and awakening to the magic of who they've come here to be. So let's see here. I remember using this deck this last night. So I will definitely give this deck one more shuffle. This is the Divine Feather Message. So this is what I got for myself as a special deck because Frances said she will leave me messages and they will be feathers from heaven, from her. Well, feathers from spirit. So whenever I see eagle feathers that fall on the beach, I know they're from Frances, and I have a collection of feathers. If I reached over this way, oh my holy moly, I can just share with you a few. I have feathers, always feathers, everywhere. So I definitely believe that feathers are a big part of my spiritual messages that I received from Frances. And then something's coming to me. My first time that I tapped in with a lady that was clairvoyant, and I never met anyone clairvoyant. She said, fly with your spirit, fly with your spirit. So now I understand why the feathers have come also. because it's all about flying with your spirit. So I say that for your heart. Fly with your spirit. Okay, beautiful. So the feather, this is at the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to share it because I have a feeling I'm supposed to smell. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. That's what I said as my title. Remembering and discovering more of who you've come here to be. Remembering and discovering more of who you've come here to be. Yes, that's so important. Okay, so what is on the top of the deck is, oh, okay, Raven. The universe is calling you to know its important synchronicity. I need to just write this word down because I can never spell it in my head. I need to just put synchronicities everywhere. And look at that beautiful, this black, oh, beautiful feather. Yeah, no, it's just like hey, Raven. I learned something years ago. Ravens have a larger beak um than the crows. I learned that years ago. Okay, so beautiful messages do you have for our hearts? Let's see if there's anything that comes. The throat chakra. Tap into your chakras, making sure that all of your chakras are aligned and flowing beautifully like the river, like like a wave. If your throat chakra, which is your fifth chakra, is sixth chakra. No, I'm sorry, the fifth chakra. If your fifth chakra, which is blue, your throat chakra, is not flowing, you're not singing your message. You're not speaking your message. You're not speaking from your heart. I think that's what I'm speaking of. You're not speaking from your heart. So I notice that when people's, because me doing Reiki, and I'm really tapping into your chakras, I notice that when people are not speaking from their heart, their heart chakra is always alive and happy when you get to Mother Nature. But when your throat chakra is not flowing in alignment, you're not speaking your truth, and the universe calling you knows important synchronicities. So if this message has come upon your heart and you know that you're not speaking your truth, I think that's what it is. There's been a century of us women, not of us feminine power women, of us not speaking our truth. And right now I'm noticing that to be shifting. That is shifted. There are women that are coming together to nurture each other. There are women that are not only supporting each other, they're learning to more support for themselves before they can support each other. I'm having my loving spiritual sisters and beautiful queens say, hey, Raquel, I can't talk right now because I need me. Hey, Astrolight, I can't talk right now. I say Raquel Astrolight. I go between the two. Astrolight, my YouTube name, spiritual. I can't speak right now because I really need to deal with this matter. And I honor that. And I honor them for honoring themselves. So if you're feeling like you need to step back with yourself for a moment in time, do that and honor yourself and be okay with that. Be better than okay with it. It's a golden time to do that. It's a golden time to honor thyself. So as I yes, there was one more card. I'm just going to go. I'm just having fun with this beautiful Leo energy flow. And as I wrap up everything, I will definitely, before I close this moment, I will oh, this card just wanted to pop out. Owl, your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. It's just sitting there wanting to pop out and to be known. Woo, woo, woo. I can never tell if it's an owl hooing or a dove hooing. I got to get that right. Is it the owl or is the dove? But I wanted to share this beautiful deck, Spirit. I'm going to keep going with the spirit animals. Yes. A lot of animals always bring me happy. Dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. That was just at the bottom of the deck. Just want to share. The spirit wants to come out. Looks like the dog that I live with. Molly, 910, 19 with number 10. I've been seeing a lot of 10, 10, 10s. Divine timing, L111s. You see a lot of 12s today. This was recorded on the 12th. It was so strange. It was something that said that this was going to be live 4 weeks, was recorded 4 weeks ago. That's so interesting. Okay, Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. I love this. Number 1, 111, 111. There we go. Time to collaborate. I love that. I've always been, since I was a child, I've always loved to watch a ant hill, ant house, ant home. And if you know anything about ants, I always feel like humans are like ants. We can start from the bottom of something and we can build a building that's a skyscraper. And it's amazing how many people it takes to get to that moment. So ants are like that. It's amazing how many people it takes to get to the moment. That's what I'm understanding that is happening for the Renaissance Soul village that is happening, and this feminine energy flow that is happening. And the Leos, we have always done things usually by ourselves. That is very, I can organize, I can do the bookkeeping, I can wear all the hats. I had a business for about 15 years, painting, cleaning. So I know that about me. But as that business was ending, my spirit was exhausted. I was exhausted. And I said, never again. I will always put the heart puzzle. I say it's a heart puzzle that we are putting together right now. And we're putting this heart puzzle together. And I cannot do it alone. And I don't want to do it alone. That's no fun. So everyone plays a part. But I say everyone plays a part. But we all are walking together. No one's the boss. No one's in charge. No one's the big head honcho. We're all walking together. That's why I say when you and me walk together in the spiritual, what I say, I'm not a guru. You are your own guru. You are finding your guru. You're discovering and working toward that. So you come to the village, bring in your gifts. So this is how I see this. Come to the village, bring your gifts, and put the heart puzzle together. Yes. Mm. So, Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. I love this. Number 1, 111. Okay. Let me see, there's no book that came with this, but I just love that. Okay, I'm going to just put that there. Yeah. Okay, do I have any more? Okay, I did the feathers. So what I will do, I'm going to save this lovely white oracle for last, because I was talking about the chakras, and this is all about the crown chakra. And I will say, and then I will go in, but right now let's gonna go with more of feminine energy flows. Let's see what cards want to come next. Since I just said it's all about the chakras, let's do this one, all about the chakras. Yeah. So, as you know, I'm just going to go with this beautiful, I'm going to call it a smorgasbord. It's definitely a smorgasbord full of beautiful Leo energy. Is like, we love a smorgasbord. I love a display of, I love a boutique of, I don't like big stores, but I do love a display of food. I do love a beautiful table of food. And I will say here, I'm just kind of organizing so I can pop in. So I'm going to go ahead and do all about the chakras. You will find one of those moments on my YouTube here. I started that a while ago because that's about the Reiki. That's about tapping into your chakras so that you could get better and more in tuned and aligned and in your flow in your day. So as I say, let me see if I can stick to that one shuffle and see if I can do that. I do one shuffle and then I break it apart. I think that'll make me feel better. Okay, yeah, I started talking about chakras in 2010, became a Reiki master. So now I actually walking toward teaching Reiki in 2026, but right now I just teach about Reiki and chakras, and I sound baths at the Village Green in Kingston once a month, which is a lot of fun. Responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. I love this card. Plant the seeds, plant the seeds, nurture this, nurture what is sprouting, nurture your dreams within you. Your dreams are been planted long time ago. You just need to water them and then nurture them and then harvest. And stay true to your heart, stay present to your heart. And I love that word, responsibility for self, and you're happy and your joy. There used to be a time when my love relationships or my dating moments, I used to think that I could make people, or I could love someone enough that they would love me. And then I realized you cannot love anyone unless they love themselves. So start loving on yourself deeply. Start loving on yourself deeply. That is to be responsible for that. Because you are that precious. Look at that 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. One step at a time. You are that precious seed. You are that precious gift. You are planted here. I'm hearing Tiger saying, show up and show out. Responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment. So there goes that word. Self-discipline, consistent, diligent. Yes, that is your sacral. I'm going to put that for your sacral. That's the yellow. Your sacral is your inner GPS. Yes, that is your inner. If you're feeling any energy flow, whether it's good, bad, or the ugly, you'll feel it here, right in your sacral. Okay, let's just move forward with this loveliness, and I am just yay. I feel like I have about 20 decks. Sometimes I don't think about it. And I'm not going to put a time to this moment. I'm just going to not say, hey, it's over at a certain time. I'm going to go through my decks that I know that I need. I'm going to go through. And as I'm going through, let's see here. I'm all about the Leo energy. And one thing that I do know about the Leo energy, we're a little bit of, I'm going to bring in this deck. It's the yin and the yang, baby. I've always used my feminine and my yin and my yang. That's how I travel on this earth. If I did not, I would have never made it through Vegas. I would have never made it through this world at age 15, 18, living on Capitol Hill in Seattle. I mean, that was a big time back in the early 80s. And I could have never raised my daughter if I didn't have 5 years by myself. With the support of my mother, my brothers, my mother, and my loving friends. I could have never done it if I didn't have a little yin and the yang, a little the male and a little female in me, within me. So you be aware of that. That it needs to happen. You need to have that warrior in you that will get you in action, that will keep you from being stagnated. No, I'm hearing no stale energy. Keep it flowing. Get to the water. I'm hearing that. That's why it's like, take it to the water. Take it to the water. That brought me back to the Northwest when my Vegas energy. It brought me back to the water. Oh, I love to shuffle. Now that I know the shuffle. There's a time I couldn't shuffle. Yeah, luxury. Number 4. Luxury. Be ready and prepare yourself for luxury. All of the... Oh, let me get my hands right. Okay. Luxury. See that swirl right here? That is your... That is definitely... That is what our chakras look like. That is, they're in a disc and they swirl around. When that swirl is moving in a lovely, beautiful flow, you're golden. If any of that is blocked or stopped, hesitate, get yourself connected to someone that does Reiki. Get yourself connected to, Reiki can be done long distance as well. Get yourself to the water and just breathe. Tap into what is I'm just going to say slowing you down. I know it's good to be still at moments in time, but if you're still and frustrated, That's no fun. Don't be still. I mean, if you're still and frustrated, figure out what is frustrating you and walk through that energy flow. But luxury, hmm, I want to read a little bit on this one. Oh, wow. I want to read. The cards that I'm going to do a little bit reading, I'm going to put them on top of the book. Okay, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to go through, let's see, I'm going to do another, what I would consider a little bit of yin, a little bit of male and female energy. Is this James Wellness. Oh, here's my deck. I don't have the deck in front of me, but I have the cards. Oh, I do. Here it is. Ta-da. Okay. I've got this deck and then this deck. Okay, so this is James Wellness. I discovered him through Frances, again, one of her beautiful, and that deck came in this little pouch, and they're huge. So I love the deck so much because this is our DNA, and it's all about tap in with me. I'm going to be talking more about the DNA. I will be doing, when I do my 6-week sessions, find out more about that in the description below. I will be tapping in with you, and we will be learning. You will be tapping in and understanding more about your DNA. I think it's very important. They said at one time that we have 24 strands and 20 and there's just junk. I think it was like 23. The 24th one is junk. That wasn't true. I knew that as a young girl when I was in elementary school. I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. And I was right. I knew something. I knew who I was when I was very young. So this is why all of this has come to be. Lover's card, 5, 6. 6, Lover's card came through. Love on self-nurturing is key. See all these little pictures? They mean something. And so I love it that he has a book that and there's astrology in this, all of this in this lovely picture. So let me see if I'm going to do a little intuitive rose. Stop and smell the roses. Take care of your inner child. You see that little baby? Looks like, I remember incorrectly, that little baby looks like he's in some kind of quicksand. Save yourself before you try to save anyone else. Save yourself. I'm hearing that. Okay, nurture yourself. It's all when 2025 came in, and as 2019 came in, I was hearing we got to really start taking care of ourselves. When 2022 came in, I realized I really had not been taking care of myself, but I was good at telling others to take care of themselves. I was 90 pounds. I was 90 pounds, and I had never been 90 pounds. I was 130, went from 130 to 90 pounds. So I wasn't loving on myself. So I took off, had a 30-month sabbatical, and I went to Mexico. And what came from that beautifulness? Magic. Magic. What came from that is I tapped more into my spiritual becoming. I tapped more into my spiritual growth. That's what came from this. See that beautiful swan? It's a black and a white swan. You don't see that very often. So I'm going to make sure I take a minute and read from the book, from this one. I have a smaller version book, and this one, I'll get that. I'll read from this. Okay, let me hold space for that Lover's card. Well, I am just honored that you're here. Whenever this finds your heart, at this time and moment, this is all about the Leo Renaissance energy, the awakened feminine power that is just all about love and loving on self first. Loving on self first. Okay, so I'll do a little reading. So I'm going to bookmark that moment in time. Let's see here. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see what wants to come next. Okay, this one I love too. One of the old school Frances. I inherited about 10 of her deck cards. So that she had probably about 500 decks of cards, and I inherited probably about 10. And if I lived in Vegas and I knew I was traveling and I wasn't going to be in Vegas and I could not carry 500 decks of cards with me and I wanted to share the love. And so I, I didn't want to be greedy, but man, when you see 200 decks of card decks in front of you, it's hard to walk away with just 10. It was really hard. So 10 was my golden number. And those, I also, so as I was on my journey in Mexico in 2022, and I was healing and nurturing self, I took 7 decks of cards with me. Test, take a step back, 40. Interesting. Take a step back, remembering what you're wanting, analyze it, and then move forward and take action. One step at a time. Get everything, get your legs on the table right. Get all 4 legs together. Financial, health, what does they say? However you want to do your 4 legs, you know? For me, it's travel, financial, health, spiritual, and the soul village. For me, the community. For those are the 4 legs for me. So I'm just loving this coming out. So take a step back, sit back, see, and then go through the big fire ring. Go through. What I love about this card deck is she gets to the point, Sonia Coquette, she gets to the point she doesn't mess around. And speaking of someone that gets to the point and doesn't mess around, I'm gonna go to some fun decks that I only use them in my Be Love. I'm gonna get back to doing my Be Love events. I got this big list, like 10 videos that I need to do. So as I'm checking off the list and writing the list, I realized that I have not done a Be Love cards in a long time. So part of that flow was, and speaking of Lemon, that Love and What Is, and these are just, if anyone's familiar with her, old school. She used to write books. She was always on stage. She was always a motivating speaker, really big time motivating speaker. So I'm going to go ahead and just bookmark the other one because I think I'm supposed to read it. Okay, take a step back. So all of these lovely decks that you see me using, when you are needing someone to pop in with you and walk with you, the ability, Spirit has a way to popping in different decks to help you see yourself. So that's what I love about tarot card readings. You don't have to. I was thinking you'd go do a tarot card reading, you only get one deck. But with me, when I walk with you and your lovely spirit, I give you the whole smorgasbord. I give you all that your spirit is needing, from the Reiki to Akashic Records, which is, if you don't know anything about Akashic Records, stay tuned, tap into my Just Be Today, my website, and stay tuned, and I'll talk more about the Akashic Records on part 3 of my Becoming. So the other thing I say I love about this deck is she gets to the point, usually just a quick little moment in time. Okay, let's see. 1, something 2, and 3. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's see what it is. Forgiveness is realizing that what you thought happened didn't. Wow, how we can, wow. I understand that 1,000 times. I remember years ago when I was forgiving someone, and then I realized, wow, you did something to me. I survived. It didn't affect me like you thought it would affect me. I survived. It didn't hold me back. It only gave me fire. Being a Leo just put a little fire up. It just put fire in me to prove you wrong, that I was not who you were trying to make me be. That gives me power. That was powerful. So when I gave forgiveness, I realized in order to move forward, what you were trying to do didn't happen. So I was just forgiving you, the person, that person. I felt like I'm speaking to that person because now that person's in spirit. I can speak to them like they're in spirit. That's what I love about the Akashic Records. Those that are in, loved ones are in spirit. The angels, they're still with us, but in a different spirit, not in their human bodies. Something about that last, what you thought happened didn't. I remember saying, I will be somebody. And I remember yelling that very loudly. And I remember you backing up and looking at me and then walking out. So that was the power. That was the power. I forgive that person for what they thought they did because it didn't happen. Forgiving someone for what they think they did because you were strong enough to move forward and move past that moment. That's the power. Wow. I love that. I think I'm going to, there's no book that came with this, but I might meditate a little bit more on that one. That's a beautiful man. Forgiveness. Someone was speaking about how hard it is to continue on, you know, and I know this, how hard it is to continue on in life when you don't know if you can forgive the past. And I'm dancing with the energy. So when you see me, I'm dancing with the energy flow. The fact that you made it this far, that's beautiful. And when you do forgive, you will feel release, like the energy, like everything will wash over you. Release. Forgive self, forgive others. Let's go there. So I'm going to go with Mona Lisa, body, mind, and spirit. This is from my lovers, my Be Love. When I do my Be Love videos, which I haven't done, I think I'm about 2 months. Energy's been interesting. About 2 months overdue. I feel there's such a thing as being due to do something and wanting to do it all the time, monthly. So tap in. I will be doing a Be Love. Tap back in on my Astralight. Definitely, I have like a list of 10 different videos to do. Some of them be live streams. The Becoming will be live streamed. The Be Love, and I'll do all of my part 2s live. I've decided that that's fun. I am enjoying doing the lives. So the card, and it's hard to shuffle these lovely cards because they're ovals. So what comes? What came? Healthy goals. Number 4, another 4. There goes that foundation. I've noticed a lot of numbers been 1, 2, recession. I now give thanks that I experience profit, benefit, and gain in all areas of my life, mental, emotional, and spiritual. My work now has heart, meaning, and profit. Beautiful. That's the same one. Set healthy goals for yourself. Set healthy goals for yourself. I'm trying to. I love this move. She's got her brain. She's holding her brain. Not a bouquet of flowers. She's got some brain. Yeah, all about body, mind, and spirit. Have you been seeing a lot of 333s? Definitely. And this is the 6th month. There's a lot of beautiful, strong, loving energy going on for the Gemini. Oh my holy moly. And there is also Gemini flowing through. Also, what else is flowing through? It'll come to me. New moon, strawberry moon came in on the 11th. 11/11, you'll be feeling that for the next 7 days. It was beautiful. Absolutely. I saw the sunset, but I forgot to go see the moon. But the strawberry moon on the 11th came in. So, okay, let's flow. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. I did some, I think that was the fun cards. There's another one. Yeah. What is the other fun card? Oh, Feng Shui. I love this deck of cards. And the reason why I choose this for the Be Love session, I do tea leaf readings. I do a Lover's Tarot card reading deck that I have. And if you are looking for relationship advice, and I usually will dive right into the Be Love. And look at, I say relationship advice, and look what shows up. Love and marriage. And there we go. Love and marriage. I love this guy. It's so real. They're photographs. Ah, that's a beautiful statue. Love and marriage. It says attract, improve romantic relationship, enhance self-love, self-esteem. That's why I say I decided to name that what do you call the card deck spread, oracle spread, be love. Because it isn't about being in a marriage. It isn't about a relationship with others. It's about a relationship with self first. So I wanted those, especially I think I started that around Valentine's. So if you're in a relationship and you're looking for more of what you're wanting before you can get into a relationship, sometimes tapping into your heart space before you go out and give up, and I say give up or be in love or be love for others, I really suggest you tap into your heart space and get that. That's your fourth chakra. It's beautiful green. So if you're looking for love, you want love, be love, wear lots of green, get to Mother Nature, get your feet in the water, in the sand. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's this picture. Mirror, number 7. Mirror, activate, expand, and cultivate chi throughout internal spaces. When properly chosen and strategically placed, mirrors enlarge rooms and double beautiful views, erase architectural challenges such as pose, odd angles, and diagonal walls. Open up confining spaces in foyers, hallways, and laundry rooms. Lit the descending chi at the bottom of the stairway and reflect who and what is behind you when your back is to the door. I purposely put a mirror behind me. Purposely. That just I purposely did that. And okay, I'll talk more about mirrors when I'm finished reading. To enhance the clear, bright chi flowing through your home, always choose mirrors that encompass one clean, clear piece of glass. Mirrors beveled around the outside edges are fine, but avoid mirrors that break up or distort images, such as cracked or molded mirrors, mirror tiles, and those assembled from many places. Mirrors that reflect your whole image enhance self-esteem, so hang them to reflect at least your entire head, with several inches above to spare. Because mirrors wake up a room, they belong in active areas such as a living room, family room, home office, bathroom, and kitchen. The same quality usually makes mirrors too active for dining rooms and bedrooms. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to go see the card 30. And I have this mirror in my bedroom, but that's a different type of mirror. Something about that mirror. There's an ink. That mirror signifies years ago. There was this thing where I'm gonna say I was 15. Oh God, I'm always saying that I read something that said, go look in the mirror if you're feeling like you want, because that is the window, the eyes are the window of the soul. So when you go look in the mirror, you could see what your soul's message is for you. So I did that. I was ready. I didn't want to look outward. I didn't want to go. I could not afford a therapist. I could not afford a counselor. I could not afford any of that. And I didn't have enough women around me that I felt like that I could speak to. And so I went into the mirror and I said, I love you. I love you. I love you. I am worthy. I am worthwhile. I love you. And when I looked in that through my eyes, I just cried. The tears just came flowing out of me. And after that, I stopped the tears. And I don't know how long I cried, but I stopped the tears. And then I said, and I looked in my eyes and I said, you know, you deserve more in this lifetime. So then I went out and I started to write. I get emotional when it hits me deep, so just know that. When it hits me deep. So go look in the mirror, go get to the mirror, go see yourself. The eyes are the window of the soul. So that's why I was so happy when I understood that even during my spiritual journey recently, over the last 5 years, I met a lady that does eye reading. So that just opened up the doors and the channels to understanding that it's time to learn eye reading. It's time at this time now. And I suggest, I have always been told, you know, if you look someone in the eyes, you can tell anything and everything about them. If you are looking straight in their eyes and then all of a sudden they start to shift this way or that way or up here or that, then they're not telling the truth. That's been my biggest trick and understanding about the eyes. If someone will not look you straight in the eyes, that's why sometimes it's hard for me to even have glasses on. But I'm more comfortable with my glasses looking into this mirror, this video. So okay, well let me just continue on and just say, yeah, get to the mirror and love on yourself and say kind words to yourself. Okay, let's see. So bringing that, I was just speaking upon the Be Loved, that I do Be Loved videos. So this is the beautiful, the Lover's Tarot, and there's two indecent people on here, the Adam and Eve, so I have to cover up this to respect those and YouTube policies. So here we are. Okay, so when this card deck came, this is one of the 10 that I chose from Beth Francis's gift. I was just blown away. For Affairs of the Heart, it has a string, an untie, and then each part, the book, and then the cards. And I knew I could tell right away that there were some cards that were missing, but I figured I'll have to just order this book if it's possible one day. Oh, I better be, anyway. So if you get a chance to, if you're wanting to have any answers about your relationship that you're going through with yourself, let's just start with yourself and then with others. Where there's a love relationship, someone you're dating, someone you're curious about. Because I am you and you are me, and I've just been able to utilize the beautiful tap in your heart to my heart. So let's see what card came. These are off the hook. Okay, strength. All about the Leo, baby. This is the Leo card, the strength, the lion, the leader. They always say, you know, one thing I understood about being a Leo, and I'm speaking, I always speak from my heart. And then, you know, there was times where I would say, oh, the Leos, they always like to be in charge of everyone. No, I just like to be in charge of me. I cannot handle, again, I left home at 15. That says a lot. I didn't want to follow the rules, but I was told when I was 3, I was told from the age of 3 and 5, my dad would sit us down once a year or once a month and say, and to my older brothers and say, especially when they got older, and say, when you're tired of, when you no longer want to follow my rules, then of my home, then you can leave. And when I was 15, when I was about, when I was 15, I did not want to follow his rules. And so I left by choice. I made my way. I was a very mature 15-year-old. Let's just say I lied about my age, and I had the strength, the courage, even though I had a lot of fear, a lot of self-doubt. I had a lot of confidence within me, and I knew that if I just took that one step, and even if I got a no, if someone said no, next, I would be next. So at age 15, I went around Seattle, Washington, on Capitol Hill. I lived on Capitol Hill. I went from Seattle downtown to Capitol Hill, which our downtown was like 5 blocks down the road, or to the waterfront. And I went around and I lied about my age on the application. I had an ID, just a Washington State ID that said my age on it. And I went around, and on the application, I would say that I was 18. And I think I might have filled out about 20 different. I lived with my brother, so I didn't have to worry about living in the street. So he took me in for that month, but he said, get a job. So I had the strength to go around to about 20 different places, and I put in an application, and I went down to Pier 1 Imports, down Pier 70, and I got hired. I was 15, and I was working 40 hours a week. So I had the strength. So I'm saying the Leo energy, we have endured so much over these years. We've endured, and they say, I was looking at something, they say, okay, Leos, you've had 14 years of crazy. Now it's your time to be abundant. So I was just laughing when I saw that on a YouTube, because it just made me laugh, because that's what I'm feeling. I've had 100 years of challenges, of beginning again, in relationships. I've never been married, and I'm glad about that. I'm very joyful about that. I'm 57 in July and never been married, and that to me is accomplishment. I'm not very proud of that. But I've been in a 10-year relationship, a 7, a 5, a 2, couple twos. So I've been almost married, I say. I played the role, but I didn't find the suitable mates that I would even want to marry. So I am happy that I wanted them and they were afraid to get married. And so I'm glad that they said no, because that would have been a disaster. So as the Leo energy is flying through this beautiful, beautiful, we say this beautiful Renaissance energy flow, we've got this. We've got this. There ain't no stopping us now. I was hearing that song. I think it was Sister Sledge. I don't remember who used to sing. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We got the groove. Yes, we're on the move. And you see that infinite possibilities. Number 8, infinite possibilities. So I don't even have to do any reading on this one, but let me tell you, if your heart, the people have been saying, oh, my heart's been broken. I said, nah, no one can break your heart. No, we've been betrayed. We've been disappointed, but no one can break the heart. The heart knows what it knows. The soul knows what it knows. People can betray us, and when we step away, when we step back, when we, when we move away, when we step back, when we let go, then is when we can see the lessons that we were either supposed to teach them or lessons we were supposed to learn. Lessons that we were supposed to teach them or lessons that we've learned. Release. No, I need a release, release, release. Release what no longer serves you. That was the first message that came up. And get ready for abundance. Get ready for abundance and luxury. I have been saying this funny little saying, and to me, I think it's hilarious. So you let me know what you think. We are on the spiritual yacht. We are all aboard the spiritual yacht. The soul village is walked onto the plane, onto the steps. We're all sitting on top of the beauty, and we haven't even left we have not left the port yet, because there's more to join us. There's more that are welcome to come aboard. So what I say is, come aboard the spiritual yacht. We are co-collectively creating this abundance, this luxury yacht that we are on, is because we are becoming more and knowing more of who we've come here to be. And when you discover more of who you've come here to be, then you can share that with others and become the teacher. And I say always the student, but become the teacher. So let's see what other beautifulness. So that was that. So I'm going to go and pull some old school. I'm going to pull 3 old school tarot cards. Yes, yes, and yes. And these have been around. I think I'm just having fun with Francis. My brother Tiger's popping in, and Francis wants to pop in. So, okay, so I'm going to do a 3. These are the beautiful ancient. I think these were 1974. We got this one, the goddess Tara. And that's when Tara came to me in Vegas. And we've got the goddess Oracle. And these are Dorian Fletcher. Dorian Virtue was so popular. I remember she used to do a lot of talks. She was on stage a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 card pick from each one. Let's do this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, and this one I'm going to do the angel. Okay, another Dorian Vet. So I'll pick both of those cards. I'm doing a intuitive channeling. I won't do any reading on these cards, but I just will pick. And then I'm going to go back and do the readings on the others. Looks like I've been here about an hour and a half. I think that's a good time, an hour and a half. I have to, when I'm not doing this beautifulness, I am a nanny for 2 loving boys and a beautiful, loving family that I adore greatly. Ooh, leadership. Leo. Yeah, yeah. What else? Moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifests and capitalize upon these cycles. The moon just came in. 111. Say it, know it, and be it. Say it, know it, and be it. Write it down, see it in your mind as if it's already happened. And okay, Archangel Gabriel, something saying you got to look at the name. Gabriel came to me when I was in Vegas. It's a time you to assume your leadership power and position and lovely guide others. Yes, that's been the flow. If you know something, then you can teach it and then you can inspire others. If there's something that's gone on in your life and it's really affected you and you walked through it and it was a challenge, you can teach others how to walk through it and inspire them. Life review. That's what this card, the life review. Step back. Where's that step back card? It's somewhere close and near. I will not. I know it's near. Okay, this was life review. Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change anything that is unbalanced. Get rooted, that red. Get rooted in your energy flow. Get to Mother Earth, plant some new seeds, grow some new seeds. Be present to self. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just take a little breather. See if there's anything that comes. I feel like clear up my space a little bit. Then I could feel things a little bit. Okay. I'm saying focus, hocus pocus, and then this card wants to be known. Tune out distractions. Tune out distractions. The hardest thing for me to do is when someone calls me and not to answer the phone because I know someone needs me. I'm wanting, to be of service. But man, sometimes I just have to stop my madness and be of service to self and know when it's time to collaborate with others and know when it's time to be with self. Okay, let's see if anything comes. Pay attention to Mother Nature. That's what Spirit's saying. Pay attention to Mother Nature. Pay attention to the birds that are around you. Pay attention to the animals that come to you. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits lately. That means jump, hop, do what you need to do. Jump, hop, do what you need to do. I saw a beautiful, unique bird that just was picking up something to nest for his nest on the grass this morning. And to me, if you're seeing beautiful birds and they're just doing them, do you. That's what I'm hearing. Do you. Do what's in your heart. Okay, let me continue. I said I wanted to, 222. Okay, 222. Said I wanted to continue this at 1:30 and do like a little thank you for coming moment. And honor those who came. Always brings joy to my heart. I am you, you are me, and we're just tapping into more of who we come here to be. That's all. Just tapping into more of who we come here to be. Hello, Molly. Pentacles, my 9 of Pentacles. It's time to harvest. It's time to take all of your spiritual gifts and bring them forward, discover them, remember them, and share them. This is why I do what I do. 9 of Pentacles. 9, transformation, transform. Transformation, transform. Okay, there was another deck that I wanted to do. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. I got it. I'm going to do this one, the Goddess. That's what I love about these cards. They're always right on it. Very to the point. Very simple. Simple message. Let's see if there's anything coming. Angels, ancestors, do you have any messages for our lovely hearts? Just keep hearing that. Keep hearing, go for it, and tap into the truest essence of who you come here to be. Tap into the truest essence of who you come here to be. What beautiful messages do you have for our hearts? Yes, Kale. Endings and beginning. The old must be released so the new can start. The old must be released so the new can start. This was that beautiful ta-ta, Kale energy flow. Right there. There we are. Release the lotus. That is you. That is us. Get under the moon. Go speak to the moon. Go talk to the Father Moon, Father Sky, Mother Earth. Endings and beginnings, number 9. You've been seeing a lot of 999 transition. Begin again. If you woke up this morning and was like, man, go take a nap and just start over again. You're like, that's something don't feel right. Take naps when you can. Take naps when you can. I think I'm getting close to going through all of my cards. I don't think I'm looking around to see. Okay, there's 2 left. Okay, so let me do this one. This beautiful one. This card deck came to me. I'm noticing when I'm in bookstores now that I receive messages. I receive card decks in bookstores, in the old bookstores. I was really surprised. Oh, this one. Now I remember. This one was sitting on the street. I was at a park and it was just sitting there on a trail. I went to a park and then I walked in the trail and then it was just sitting on the ground, waiting for me. Yes. Waiting for me. It would have, and when being in Seattle, it would have got rained on. I was like, nah, don't have an unfinished symphony in your life. Do not have an unfinished symphony. Tap into your higher power. What number is that? Number 4. There we go. 444s. You've been seeing a lot of 444s. Tap into your higher power. Okay, we got 3 minutes. I said I wanted to. There we go. Hey, breathe. Yes. When I was on my Vegas moment in time, this was what I did. This is what was taught to me. There's a beautiful lily pad and oh my beautiful 9, 11, 111, 9, 9, 10, 11, 1, which is a 2, 1 step at a time. Turtle energy flow. That is the beautiful spirit that came to me as I stepped into my new beginnings, was my turtle mother energy, turtle mama. So I will talk more about that beautifulness because I happen to have a collection of turtles. Talk about that in my big why I collect a collection of turtles. And also I think that'll be in part 3 because, becoming is like, how did I come here? What do they say? My childhood, recognizing some of my gifts, when I look back, how it became. Middle part of my life, part 2, understanding, wanting to be 7 blessings of Eve. Right there, that pie now. 7, and it is the year of the snake. Shed the old skin. Shed the old skin. Shed the old skin. Beautiful. Let's see what message is. The seahorse, which is a 4, 31. Yes, such an unusual. You hardly ever hear about seahorses. They are so amazing. Oh my gosh, I want to read on this. What time? I'm going to go a little bit over 2:30. That's okay. That's expected. I'm going to read this because this is the last card I'm picking. There was some other cards that I wanted to make sure I read, and I want to follow through on that beautifulness and time. I will make up the time later. It was something I needed to do, but this is what I want to do. So I'm trying to do more of what I want to do instead of what I have to do sometimes. So that's a message to your heart. Do what you want to do sometimes instead of what you have to do. 165. Ooh, I will show you the card. It's so What was I seeing? The seahorse. Oh, the other day I was just doing card readings and a little seahorse popped up. And here we go. I just want you to see the beautiful card. Go back. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability. No longer see the need to conform to social ideas which have no true residence for your heart. You're encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which elements and relationship harmonize well with you. Support your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and you shall attract all you need. That's so beautiful. Let's see if there's anything else that I could read that will help. Each seahorse, let me go ahead. Each seahorse, let's see, that's a good view. Each seahorse has a unique crown on the top of his head. It is said that the human fingerprint, two are completely alike. No two. It's like the human fingerprints. No two are completely alike. This oracle assures you that your path and what supports you will be unique. If you attempt to fit into social constructs, or critiques that don't reflect your essence, you will weaken yourself and become more susceptible to negativity. You're encouraged to consider that it's what is natural and best for you to be honest and authentic, even in your vulnerability. It's only from that place that you respond appropriately. When you are in your authenticity, such power and grace shall rally to support you. The world can seem unfriendly or unsupportive at times, but the oracle assures you that as you honor who you are, you will naturally find friends and attract supportive assistance to obtain all you need to thrive. That is it. Yes. That is the most beautiful message that I am you, you are me, needed to hear. It has taken me so long to do all of this live moment in time. And that's only because of vulnerability. Wondering what my set looked like, wonder if I had enough lighting, wonder what my wonder if I wondered all these things until one day I said, stop your madness. Do what you do, be who you are, and have fun. And when I said those golden words to myself, all of this happened. Because I've been 10 years watching others do their fun. I was tired of just sitting back and watching others. It was time to do. And then those that are awakening to the true essence of who they come here to be, it is sacrilege. It is not right for me not to share my spiritual gifts with those who are walking into their true essence, because I remember what I needed on my spiritual awakening, my spiritual journey, my hero's journey. I needed different modalities to understand, to see me. I needed different, to meet different, I call them modern day gurus to understand me. It took someone walking up to me in 20, I think it was 2010, and he said, "You're awakening." And then it hit me like a big rock. And I sat back and I knew he was right, because I started asking the question that I asked when I was 15. What is my purpose here on earth? Why am I here? When I can answer that question, when I can get guidance to answer that question, and understanding that I was doing my soul purpose all along, I needed to tap into my Akashic records. I needed to know, I needed to hear my ancestors speak to me. And how I needed to do that was also by going to Sedona and opening up the channels with the goddess women and doing a sweat lodge with a beautiful gentleman, shaman, should I call him, or Helio. And that is what I did in 2010. I think it was 2010. And then again, I did again in 20, I want to say 16, 17, 2018. I have to get the dates right. I'm going to speak upon it and talk about it. And I'm also going to share with you a moment in Sedona in October in 2025 to walk with me doing Akashic Records and Rogelio. I will be doing private sessions, and Rogelio will be doing a spirit lodge, and we have 10 spaces open. How golden is that? We have 10 filled, 20 can come, 222. There goes that twos. So let me go ahead, and wanted to make sure, excuse me, I wanted to make sure that some of the things I said I would do a little reading about, that I would. Release the darkness and the dark room and let love live. I just will, I mean, that sounds to me like, it just says it all right there, but something's saying do a little reading, do a little spirit say something. When I say something, I mean spirit, the God within me, the I am you, you and me, and saying give a little more. And that's why I'm not shutting down at 1:30 because it's saying give a little more. You have come to this moment in time where you haven't been here a moment because you were afraid to be on camera. It's just too much having this camera. And I love to see people in person. I do my village sound bowl, the village green in Kingston. I do the Akashic Records, tapping in destiny your loved ones. I can do all of that in person and I can talk to people. But when it comes to this camera and I can't physically talk with you and I see things coming up in a chat line and feed and I'm kind of like, oh, I'll get comfortable. I'll get comfortable. So let me go ahead and read this. If you detach something from its source, it too soon, trying to force it to become what it's not yet to be, not yet ready or willing to become, you can unintentionally snap it from its strength and kill it. There's a dark wound in the consciousness or malady with the band's perfection denies process. If you are thinking of a publisher before you even written the book, if you're comparing your unfinished ideas to the latest publishing pop release, if you have decided you're not good enough or worthy enough to succeed, but before you even given it anything, you've got and asked for divine help, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. You have to let go of the deep grasp of perfectionism and let yourself and others' ideas live. Love is abundant, creativity, and inspiration. It moves us to much more joyously and creativity than fear. You are being asked to honor the path of your own love, what inspires you, what feels exciting, joyful, and perhaps even rather different. Let that live. Release the dark wounding of false belief. There is countless stories of vast successful artists who have very nearly bended the project bend the project that was making of their career. Because of this desperate foster of your own dark nature, the doubt, they are uncertain. Was their work good? Was it useless? They struggled to believe in the right to work to come. They struggled to believe in the right of a work to come to life, whether it was accepted or rejected by others or not. They nearly lost their work of fear. Undoubtedly, there must have many times it actually happened, and the work was not saved, not allowed to live. Do not let this happen to you. Whether something's meant to be commercially orientated or virtue or ventured or even more personally creation of your own therapeutic healing, it must be allowed to be without judgment, without criticism, even without premature evaluation. It must be allowed to be what it is. Ooh, there goes those emotions. Whew, so true. Hit me like a hitting me, and hitting me. The only time love and patience and attention will reveal it. Love, patience, and attention. If you have drawn this card, okay, it's saying be vigilant if you drawn this other card. The message of this card who also amplified if you have drawn, they're just trying to get us to draw more cards. Beyond the mind and the heart beats. I drew that the other day. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. If you have not drawn the cards and feel inspired to read the message and yes, beyond the mind, the heart beats. I love this card because my father lived this life. My dad lived this life. He was an artist. He passed away about 5 years ago. He was an amazing artist, but he let this stop him. And I watched him do that. And I watched him talk the talk, but not do it. So I had made a decision when I was a young girl that I was not going to do that in my life. So a lot of my projects have been, 10 years and 20 years in the making. I have a book that's coming out called Games Mama Never Taught Me. That's coming out. And I will say that when something's ready to be, it's ready to be. It's not always when I thought it was supposed to be, but when it's ready to be. So I'm just looking around because I know there's some other moments that I wanted to make sure that I read the book. And I'm just going to do this one. I'm just looking at the clocks. I don't want to go past 2. I do know that. Safe and surrounded by love. Number 17. That's what I wanted to remind us all. Us, we are safe and we're surrounded by love. We have these amazing. We have our ancestors. You know, even if there was a grandmother, this I speak upon, and when I talk about Akashic records, even though there was someone maybe in their life that while they were on Earth, they just really drove us crazy, didn't make us happy, did things, did things that were like way out of line. They're not that person anymore. They're in spirit. They came here. You met to learn lessons, to walk through things with each other, and then you move on. And then you draw their beautiful spirit, bring that down to earth now to protect your heart. So keep your heart open and know you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true. Allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. It can be nice to be remembered. It's nice to be remembered that you are continuously light and love around you. The universe acts as a daunting mother, surrounding you with the light and the darkness will never be able to overcome. Know Know that you're safe to the core of your very being. Be brave, bold, and willing to be individual. Trust that you are surrounded by, protected, and loved. Something else came to whenever I know that someone is an artist. I'm my job, my spiritual job on this earth and gift on this earth. I can recognize an artist a mile away. I can see it in their eyes. I can feel it in their energy flow. And I say it out loud to them, stop messing around. Stop messing around. I say that all the time, whether doesn't matter what kind of art it is. I already know that you're stopping yourself. That's even in life. I can already tell when people are stopping themselves because I did that. So when you know yourself, I am you and you are me. So and no more of that. We're not doing that anymore. You may choose to call in extra light from the universe when needed. It simply be done by thinking about light. Mentally ask the universe to bless you with its love and light, which comes from the collective. Pay attention to how you feel. Ask the bright light to fill you whatever you shift from higher feelings of joy, happiness to feelings of worry or disappointment. You can send this light the surrounding to surround those you love if you feel that you could use extra love and protection. The dolphin is a highly honored creature. Throughout the ages, dolphins have been portrayed as the protectors of the sacred well and sacred water. The dolphin in Celtic Lerm is the watcher of the waters and the guardian of all things connected to with water. Dolphins are among the most intelligent animals. Most dolphins are heightened eyesight both in and out of the water, and they can hear sound vibration 10 times higher than the maximum level of human ability range. Dolphins tend to travel in groups, referring to as pod. They have rescued humans and other sea lives and assisted the therapeutic for handicapped children. Trucks, so you're protected and loved. Yes, I just noticed this. There's a little heart here. I love me some turtles. Love me. I will share my collection of turtles with you when you pop back in with me on the and tap in. I'll be doing the videos becoming. Let me see if there's anything else in Spirit wants to say. Okay, said I would read a little bit about this one. Let's see if anything else comes. Number 22. If you've been seeing a lot of 222s, yeah, one step at a time. I always say that. If you win, if you catch it now, I'm all about the turtle energy because there is no finish line. One step at a time. If you know anything about the turtle and the hare was so like run, 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 do this, do that, and the turtle just took his time. The hare took a nap, and the turtle continued on through the finish line, and then he kept walking. He had things to do. So, beloved mother who dwells in the smoke, who resides over the most difficult transition, she knows for certain she knows that certain endings are unavoidable. There are necessary procedures to radical intervention. Her presence brings the message that through disappointment, defeat, or loss, and the negative repercussions of such experiences may cause suffering for a time. They will not limit your future happiness. They are a means for your opening as yet a recognized pathway for fulfillment. Your trust must be unconditional at this time, and later you shall see that everything has worked out for the absolute best. Yes, I agree with that 1,000 times. If I have to go back to any story I was telling, I was 90 pounds. I ended up in Mexico, healing my body, drinking natural juices, natural foods. I did get crazy on tacos for about a month, and I ate tacos for every day. But when I learned that, I started gaining weight. I started meeting some beautiful people. I was in the water every day. I did not walk every day. Did not get into nature. I was really nurtured myself. Pel. I'm going to go to Pel. P-E-L. Pel. I want to do this tea because it's all about the ancient. I learned some ancient things. I learned about the tea, the tarot card readings. That's ancient. I learned about Reiki. I learned about Ayurveda. I learned about certain herbs I needed to put in my body, to like hibiscus. That was huge for me. That really healed my body. So this I noticed that this goes by the alphabet. Get the back. Okay, P-A. Da-da. Okay, so I'm just going to read this and see what it says. Time to get out of a situation. A pearl has tipped over and lies in a puddle of spilled water on the stone floors. The card signifies time for you to bail out of a situation you are in. The situation could be a romantic involvement or a business or a financial situation. The symbol also indicates that there could be legal implications. Check, it says check connecting card, but we don't need to check any connecting cards because I will be doing a live moment, but I'm going to do a part 1, the messages of the tea leaf reading, and then I'm going to do, I want to go ahead. What do I have for B? Let me see. I'm just kind of, let's see, what else do I have? What else do I have for your lovely hearts? Just going to be still for just a moment and see if there's anything that comes before I pop out of here. I'm just so honored and so happy that what did I say? I'm just hearing the Carbonet song. Oh, my brother Tiger's popping in. Oh my gosh, me and him used to watch Carbonet all the time, and he'd say, I'm so happy that we had this time together. Just to sing a song or two and laugh. I don't remember that's exactly what she said, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm so glad that we had this time together. Okay. I just wanted to read this luxury. This is I do a yin and the yang baby. So I'm saying read this one. Luxury. Oh, and I would choose this one. I have the hardest time finding this. The index does not help. So I know I can't even go there. Oh, there we go. Hey, what I said wasn't true. So don't say it until you try it. As I say. Luxury. Luxury, super fruity, can lead. Oh, luxury. 4 of Cups. There's not much. It just says the 4 of Cups. Luxury. 4 of Cups. I'm saying something about, I'm hearing the word moderation. Moderation. Let's do this one because this is all about self-love, this moment, the ancient feminine energy. So let's read this one. It's tiny little words here. Let's see here. Lovers. The lover symbolized by the conjoining male and female is the law of union oneness through the marriage of opposites. It represents your communication with another and the integration of your own interpolarities, the yin and the yang, baby. This is all about the Gemini. The Gemini moon just popped in. Yes, thank you. The Gemini twins, the duality, I'm just confirmation, we're on it. The duality, the male and the woman, sun and the moon, the jungle and the desert, the black and the white, and the torn and the rose symbolize sameness and difference. Life is ambiguous. Oh, that's a weird word for me. For you, ambiguous. Keep your center amidst and pull the opposite. Keep your center amidst the pull of the opposite forces. Stay centered. Know that union creates disunion, and disintegration creates integration. Synthesize and Synthesize and division are twins. You are continuously faced with choices to choose this or that. I was going to say the other day, a little of this and a little of that. Do a little of this and a little of that. You may be indecisive, confused, and at times a little psychotic. I'm going to say psychotic, sick. Not psychotic. Oh my god. Oh, what's that word? I can't even read it. A little crazy. What's that word? What's that word? Ah. Scissor. Out of chaos comes clarity. Out of chaos comes clarity. Be comfortable with change. That 5. Change, change, change. Be comfortable with change. The lovers embracing the opposites. Be intimately involved with others, but also maintain your own self-integrity. Be feminine, but also masculine. Recognize your individuality. Be yourself into others, in others. Oh, I love that. Yes. Okay. Well, all I know is I'm going to be doing a now what sacred chakra spiral. I'm going to be doing some videos on my YouTubes, and all of these cards are going to be interplayed within the loveliness. But I wanted to say is thank you for joining me. I'm just so honored that you're here and you came and you come back and revisit this moment in time. I'm going to do the Leo energy flow weekly. So whenever you find this, it will resonate in your heart and your soul. The Leo, if you know any Leos, just who we're on fire. That's all I can say. We're just on fire. When you got the Leo in your chart, find out about your charts. Leadership comes responsibility for others and their hearts. I take that very seriously. I take that very that's why I came here. I'm a healer to be of service to the human heart. I'm dual. That is the yin and the yang, baby. That was what I was told in my Akashic records. That's what I believe. We have been, we are graduated, and now it's time to take all of your spiritual gifts that are within you, and those who, if you don't know them, if you haven't discovered them, if you know but you're not sure, then tap in with me. About, I say, about back in 2010, I wrote on a piece of paper, creating your academy. You Academy. So that is coming out in 2020 soon. I'll put that out. But right now, I have coming as a workbook called Awakening to Your Magic, No More Fear. That had a lot to do with me having a lot of fear, walking through that fear, laughing at the fear, understanding where the fear came from. There was a time I could not go up mountains and I couldn't go over a bridge without my right leg shaking. And now I'm this road less traveled. I'm on the road. I love to travel. I love to get in the car and drive 10 hours up to Mount Shasta. So at this time, I know that we are on this beautiful spiritual journey. I know that us beautiful women, it's taken us to this moment in time to remember who we are. We planted the seeds a long time ago. Our grandmothers planted the seeds in our hearts long time ago. So it is our job to remember, our job to remember, rediscover. So this is why I do what I do. So the 6-week program, Awakening to the Magic of Who You've Come Here to Be, that gives me an opportunity to walk with you. If this has found your heart and you want to tap in and you're so ready, you're just, stay tuned. I'll give you more information about that. Believe me, I will be doing a video just about all of my retreats. So stay tuned for that. But if you've come here at this moment and you just would love to do a reading, I have my readings. Well, if you mention my video, I will give you 50% off of all of my tarot card readings in the month, all the way. Let's just go all the way to my birthday, July 31st. I will give you 50% off all tarot card readings that touch your heart, that speak to your heart. What I have is I do a sacred chakra spiral where I do 7 cards. I do the feminine renaissance energy flow where I tap into, that's just a smorgasbord of feminine energy where I just bring in all of the ancestors. It's probably about 10 decks that I use. And I do the oh, what is it? The love, be love card. So if you have any messages that you would like about your heart, I tap in. And I'm just excited about all that's coming here to be. I'm excited about all that is. And I just want to thank you for coming and being here, and my heart to your heart. And let's just do what we do, be love, nurture self so that we can love on others deeper, deeply love self, on self, so that you can love with others. 2555. Namaste. We don't have to go to 3. Let's do it now. Lots of love.